Hello students, in this video we will discuss about name service and domain name system. So a name service can be stated as a principal mechanism used in distributed and non-distributed system for referring to objects. Suppose consider that I want to get an information from a particular site. So I will give the URL of that particular site. But the computer systems cannot understand this URL names which consist of English alphabets. So these names has to be resolved and converted into the corresponding IP address. Users cannot communicate with one another via a distributed system unless they cannot name one another. For example, consider that there is a user and that particular user want to send an email to the other user. So both the users should have a valid email address as well as the sender should know the email address of the recipient. Then only they can communicate with each other. But the computer systems cannot understand this email address or these particular names. So it has to be converted into the corresponding numbers. That means the IP address. So we can say that a name is resolved only when it is translated into data about the named resources or objects. That means when it is converted into the IP address and the path names. And the association between this name and an object is known as binding. The DNS domain name system maps these domain names to the attributes of the host computer, that is, to its corresponding IP addresses. For example, consider we had given this particular URL, which is a name, and it will be bounded to the IP address of the web servers. That means to the particular path name or the port numbers. And we can say name service is a collection of naming contexts. That means if I have created a website, I have to register this website name with the name service. So this name service will consist of a collection of various naming contexts. And this naming context is the set of bindings between the textual names and attributes of the object. The major operation included in a name service is the name resolution. Suppose consider that we had given this particular URL to the system. So the DNS resolver in the system will look up, DNS lookup will be provided. That means it will look for the corresponding resource ID of this particular URL. And this resource ID consists of IP number, port number and the path name. Okay. So when this IP address or IP number is obtained, it will be converted into the MAC address using the ARP protocol. And after that, from the corresponding file server, the requested data is given to the user of the system. Next is namespace. This is the collection of all valid names recognized by a particular service. Also, a naming domain is the namespace for which there exists a single overall administrative authority responsible for assigning names with it. And this can have two structures. One is hierarchy namespace and the other one is flat namespace. And the flat namespace is difficult to manage. So the usually used one is a hierarchical namespace. Name service and domain name system. So the domain name system is a name service design whose main naming database is used across the internet, and this will perform name to IP mapping. The Internet Domain Name System (DNS) is usually partitioned based on organization and the geography. So these are various DNS name systems: COM, which is used for commercial organization, EDU, universities and other educational institution, GOV, governmental agency, and MIL military organization, NET major network support, ORG organizations which are not mentioned above, and international organizations. Suppose every country has its own domain. If it is .us, it is United States, .uk, United Kingdom, and .in, it is for India. And this domain names are not case sensitive. Whether it is in lowercase letters or uppercase letters, it is equal. And it also has a hierarchical structure. And this is the hierarchical structure. First, there will be a root node. The URL will be given to this particular root node, and based on that URL it will be given to any of the top level nodes. From there it will go to the second level node and finally the third level node. So the nodes which is after second level node and third level node, this area is known as the subdomain. Suppose think that I have a URL support.computerhop.com, and this particular URL will be given to the root by the system. So the root will check for the DNS names. So it will find that support.computerhop.com. So it will go to this com server. This is a name server, and from com it will search the other IP address of computer hub. So again it will go here, and this particular name server, all these are name servers, and from here it will go to support and will take the data from the file server and will be delivered to the user of the system. So all these com, computer hub, support are known as name servers, and each of these section or these domains are known as zones. So name servers store information about the namespaces in units called zones. And every zone have at least two name servers. One is a slave server or a DNS server cache. In the case of a master slave servers, it will have exactly one master where the data can be edited. That means the data in this primary server is a writable data on which write operation can be performed, and it can have one or more secondary servers, that is the slaves, where data is replicated. That means a copy of the data which is present in the master server will be kept in the secondary servers. Next is DNS server cache, in which the data which is commonly accessed will be kept, and there will be a time to live value for the data stored in the DNS server cache. Okay, now let us discuss this. Suppose this is the URL www.dcs.qmul.ac.uk, and this URL is given to the system. So system will have a DNS resolver. So the resolver will first search in the cache server for the IP address of this particular URL. And if the DNS resolver got the IP address of this particular URL, it will be directly provided to the system. So the system got the IP address, and this IP address will be converted into the MAC address using the ARP protocol, and from corresponding file servers the requested data is given to the user of the system. So this is the first case. And in the second case, the URL is given to the system and it is not present in the cache. So the DNS resolver will send that URL to the root server. So root server will check the DNS names. So from the URL it understands that it is having .uk. So it will find out which one is having this .uk address. So this is having .edu and here it is .uk. So from the root server it will go to this particular name server, and from here it will resolve for qmul.ac.uk. So it will reach this name server, and from there it will search for dcs.qmul.ac.uk and it will reach here, and it will convert this IP address into the corresponding MAC address by using ARP protocol, and from the corresponding file server the data will be taken and will be given to the user of the system. This is the working principle. Thank you.